Hey guys, Jake from Full Access UTV. Hey, so a lot of questions about the new UNI Air Filter for the KRX 1000. You know, the other video, it answers a lot of things. There were so many things to say about that, but hey, I'm gonna try to do a quick video today, talk about some of the things, some of the myths I've heard, some of the questions of people calling me and all these other things. So try to break into it. Hey, there's a new UNI Air Filter for the KRX 1000. This is what you guys get when it comes out of the box. It is an oil filled. It is, it's got a pre-filter built into it. This isn't, you know, this is one of those things that, you know, and I'm an older guy, and I even hear older guys go, oh, you don't really want to run one of those, man. Well, dude, this is 2-stage foam. So you get the oil on the outside, you also get the oil on the inside. These things do not let the dirt through, and these are what I've been running for years, even in my Polaris and everything else. So I'm not going to get into that too much, but what I want to show you is, hey, on the outside of this packet, you got this little tiny little baggie, which has got 3 plastic plugs for you guys. These are the plugs, so when you drill your housing, these are the plugs, but hey, don't miss them. We've had a couple of customers missing them because honestly, I mean, I sent my guy down, he had to go find these little baggies, and I think he went to a drugstore, but I was like, dude, why did you get red ones to go on the red filter? So anyways, they're a little hard to see and so on and so forth, but they're sitting there. So, okay, these things are awesome. These are what we've been needing forever. You've got to eliminate all the problems, and the biggest problem is you're getting dirt into your air intake tract, which is right here. This goes right to your air intake, which goes right to your motor. If you put any dirt in here, you guys are asking for more trouble than I'm even going to sit here and announce. And there's been a lot of comments that, you know, I think it's too difficult to tighten that hose clamp. Why do I have to drill my airbox and all these things? Hey, and you know what? Hate me for what I'm going to say, but that's ridiculous. Drill a hole to make it better. If you can't drill this hole, dude, ask your son to come over. I mean, ask a neighbor to do it, but get it done and simply have an easy serviceable filter. Like I said, I mean, this is less than 2 air filters, stock replacement air filters, and you get to clean it and reuse it forever. So it's just like, it's a no-brainer to me, and it's safer, it's better, it works, so on and so forth. But hey, I'm gonna say, I told another customer this, just literally said, I am not drilling that hole in my airbox. And by the way, he was a West Coast rider, not an East Coast rider. I understand the East Coast riding because you might suck in water, but hey, let me show you guys something I told him. If you guys are absolutely dead set on doing this, hey, it's a way to do it and you can do it. But I, again, do not recommend it. So I'm gonna take out my air filter, and basically what I told him is you got a hose clamp, take it and give it a slight tighten, and you want to take it into your airbox. Let me get a rag, because it is an oiled air filter, so it is a little messy. But if you're looking in here, you can see the flange that's got to sit on. So I told him, if you can take this flange here and put a bunch of grease in this, you guys can see, you get a little zoom in on that. There's multiple ribs of sealing in there. Now, if you guys want to put some grease on there and you get this hose clamp just the right tightness, you can take this in here, put it on there, and push it on. And you know what? As I'm actually pushing that on and rocking it in, I can feel the ridge, those ridges going by as I'm pushing that in. Hey, if you guys absolutely got to do it, do that. Don't trust those paper filters anymore. I mean, I've talked about in the other video, the expense and everything else is crazy, but I don't know. That's a simple way to do it. A lot of people said, why, if you went through all of the hassle, why did you do it? That's the right way to do it, guys. A push-on filter is made for, you know, no offense, lazy people, man. And that's a simple, quick way. It looks simple for anybody to do it, but if you had to come in here, and even Kawasaki had done something to do a hose clamp, you know, it's a little harder for, you know, the average person. That's one of the things that we deal with, you know, on a daily basis, taking phone calls of like, hey dude, how do you get this on? Hey, I'm here to answer your questions, but this is a hose clamp, it's 5/16, it's not that hard. So we also got another idea that even came out after the other video, and I want to show you guys, but please, you know, mount them up, get them mounted and stuff, and I'll show you what we're talking about since the other video. So I said, hey, if you're East Coast rider and you're in deep water and stuff, you know, call me. I'll send you guys or recommend you guys for a plug, this and that. Well, we went above and beyond. I had a brain fart, as they say. So we have a new plug. What I'm going to show you guys is on the other video. You can come on in here, Tommy. This is your hole, and you measure a 1/2 inch from this edge, and you measure to the center of the hole, and then you drill a 1/2 inch hole. And it needs to be exactly a 1/2 inch for those little plastic plugs that we give you in the kit to work. So if in our drop-down menu you want a sealing plug, then this is the rubber sealing plug. And if you guys notice, when I compress it, it actually expands and gets larger. So now I drill this out to 3/4 of an inch. Not too crazy. I'm using a step bit. Counting my ridges going in. Boom, hit it, 3/4 of an inch. You take this, you put this in that hole. It's nice and snug. Snap it down, and that sucker is tight. There's no water getting past there. There's no dirt getting past there. Nothing else. But one of those things, if you guys are going, man, I am not trying to fight that stupid socket into that hole. Look at this. Tell me you can't get in there, see in there, and tighten that hose clamp, guys. There's a ton of extra room, and it's just a simple, easy way to do it. And I mean, I'll say it again. Hey, I put a lot of time, effort, and energy into designing these air filters specifically for this KRX. Please use the hose clamp. So, hey, by the way, just thought about something else I should have told you. If you take this air filter and you decide that you're not going to use a hose clamp, and you put it in here, and since I just had this brain fart, you're going to notice it sticks out just past the door. And this one may not be all the way in. But when you shut your door, it still pushes in it like our other air filter did. The one we were selling, that was just a paper element. But anyways, so you guys can see how tight that is. That's tighter than a stock paper filter going on there, and that's one of the reasons why the paper filters are failing on everybody. But anyway, so the door will push it in and help it kind of seal there, so you don't have to worry about it falling off and so on and so forth. But I think that's that part of it. Simply, when you guys buy our UNI Air Filter kit, in the drop-down, you can get a filter service kit, and you can even get one of the plugs if you want to do that to make life easy, or if you literally want this thing sealed because you guys are going in deep water. So the other thing I thought would be cool to show you guys would be, hey, behind me I got the Crawler KRX, and we just got back from the Rubicon. We did UTV Conquest, as you guys may have seen in the other video, and I thought, hey, you know what, why not take out an air filter that just went through one big trail event in the dust and show what it looks like dirty, and show how to get it out, show how to do take the plug out, and show how to drill it out and do the 3/4 plug. So in this car, I'm going to end up doing this just because it simplifies it. And I think that's what most people are going to want. So what I'm going to do is set up, and I'll be right back. Okay, so for this process, basically I'm going to use a step bit. So my 5th notch is 3/4 of an inch. Want to be careful not to go too big. I'm going to take a little pick out. This little pick is what I'm going to remove the plastic plug that's in there now. And then I forgot that. I'm going to need that. I'm going to need my nut driver, 5/16. So I'll have Tommy step over my shoulder and show you guys just how we're doing these. Hey, that's another thing to mention too is people said, hey, you know, can you do this in the car? Do I have to remove that air box? And I only did that for demonstration purposes, but you can easily get in here and drill in here without having to remove a shock or anything. So, all right, so I'm going to get underneath this little edge and pop it right out just like that. So that went easy. Okay, now see, mine is only the 1/2 inch hole, but still. And just like nothing. That's in there, and that's loose. Okay, so let me jump up in here and pull this thing out. Now I got a flip forward seat kit, so it definitely makes installation a little easier with this product. I could have probably slid the seats forward to help out some more, but okay. Okay, so you look at this air filter. You can see all the black and everything on it. And if this was an extreme amount of dust, this thing would just be brown. You see oil just caked all, I mean, dirt just caked all into the oil and everything. But you can see how much that stuff's trapping already. And you look around in the ridges and everything inside, there's nothing in here, and there's no way for anything to get, hey, close-up guy, that went 3 inches, so yeah, it's like 2 feet, remember? All right, so anyways, there's no way for dirt to get in here, guys, because it has a hose clamp, so keep that in mind. But anyways, that's a dirty air filter. That's another factor right there. So you see that ridge coming around on it? That ridge is your door. So your door has a little round circle on the edge of the door, and it's actually pushing up on there and keeping a little bit of pressure to keep it in there too. So that's it, pretty straightforward. Again, it's a UNI oiled air filter, so I got to clean my hands. But I'll have Tommy step around me, show you guys simply what we're doing with the hole. So there have been a few questions about how hard this is. It's literally measure a 1/2 inch over, drill it out. So I am going 5 bits. Right now I'm 1, 2, 3, okay, 4, 5. Nope, that was... Okay. Now, set that down. Okay, so in here you'll have some plastic and remnants, and I'll go in there and clean it up. But for video, I'm not going to. But basically, you take your plug, you push it in the hole, you snap it to create it tight, and you guys, that's it. I mean, it's that simple. Now you've got an air filter that works. It doesn't get around the rings. It doesn't go through the paper pleats. You can take it out, you can clean it. I think that's enough to say about this, man. So you guys have any comments, any questions, please put them in the comments. Hey, pick up the phone, call me. You guys know I'll always answer it and talk to you about everything. But again, hey, Jake from Full Access UTV. That's the name. That's where I work, actually. Yeah, that's right. Anyways, you guys, greatly appreciated, man. As usual, man, me and my family really appreciate it. And hey, thanks for watching.